Hey everyone, it's Chris Peplinski here, just checking up, see how everyone's doing. Since today, of course, is a big day. Being the election day, and also hopefully everyone had the chance to vote if they were able to. So I figured the movie I was really excited to talk about today was the movie Thor Ragnarok, the third installment in the Thor series. I would have to say, in terms of this particular movie, it takes place 2 years after the events of Sokovia. From the Avengers: Age of Ultron, which quite frankly wasn't a weak Marvel entry in terms of the Avengers storyline. And I would say the same thing goes for the second Thor movie, which I wasn't really too favorable about. And I guess people seeing the third movie won't be as disappointed since it's like more humorous in tone, which and it's to an extent is good because I guess Marvel movies and shows have been known to be very dark and broody, almost like I would say Batman in a sense. So I would say it's good to be lighthearted, with certain scenes. But I would say, in my personal opinion, the movie suffered the same thing that Spider-Man: Homecoming did. That it was a little too lighthearted at times, and the humor was a bit like over the top. But I would say that Thor Ragnarok is an improvement, for many reasons. Since of course it has the wonderful Kate Blanchett, for the first time in her career, playing a villain named Hela, which is Odin's eldest daughter, who was in prison because her ambition for power became too great, and she was considered a threat to Asgard, and I would say of course it's good to see Chris Hemsworth back playing Thor again, and you get to see uh, you know Bruce Banner again, which was pretty cool to see Thor and Bruce Banner team up, which considering I guess their dynamic they had in the Avengers movie, I guess they figured it would be a good idea to try it on this particular movie. And of course, the awesome Jeff Goldblum from known for his role in as Ian Malcolm in the Jurassic Park movies, and of course David in Independence Day, which is also a great movie. Plays the grand master of sorts. I don't know if I would say his character is like a villain of sorts. I mean, I would say strange, maybe erratic, maybe a little too over the top, but that's just my particular taste. And Carl Urban plays like on a fellow Asgardian named Scran, or whatever, however you say the name. It was kind of like conflicted, whether he should join Helga, Helen, or or should just do what's right. And of course, Idris Elba has a bigger part, as Hemdo, which was great since he's, of course, one of the the best parts of the Thor movies. In terms, I would say the bad, I would say I didn't like the way it handled, I guess the absence of James Foster's character, considering that Natalie Portman was in the previous two movies, even though fans kind of felt she was kind of like, I would say the low point of, I guess, the Thor movies of sorts, even though, um, they do kind of mention why she's not in the movie, and of course, sadly, it doesn't feature, her companion, Darcy Lewis, which, I thought she was one of my favorite parts of the previous two Thor movies, and the same thing with Dr. Eric Selvig, who was, of course, in the two Thor movies and the two Avengers movies. So it's too bad he wasn't in this one either, and it's too bad that the film also didn't address, the absence of Lady Sif, but in that particular case, it was because of Jamie Alexander, who played her in the two Thor movies and, of course, 2 episodes in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., wasn't able to appear because of commitments to her TV show Blind Spots, which, was filming at the same time that the Thor movie was filming, so that's why she wasn't able to appear. But hopefully, she will appear. I guess hopefully maybe in another Avengers movie or maybe the next Thor, but we'll see. And of course, one of the other things I didn't like was the all too brief use of the Warriors 3, which kind of felt they were like reduced to almost cameos, like hit and miss, which I thought was kind of disgraceful, but that's just my personal opinion. But I would say, for those that I guess are Marvel fans, and like to see Thor and all that, I would definitely recommend it for that. I would definitely also say it's a step up from the second movie, but it still had a lot of kinks it could have worked out. But nonetheless, I would say it's enjoyable and things like that. So I guess for those that see the video, they can, I guess, comment and see. And I would like to hear what they had to say about the movie. And hopefully, the next one I would really like to talk about is the sequel to Daddy's Home 2. Okay, everyone. Thanks for watching.